Hi Taurus, welcome to your Harsh Truth reading for July 17th through August 16th. Everything you need to know about this reading is in the description box below, as well as the recommend a reader shout out, which goes to Mystic Moon. Look at that, Two of Cups, nice. That's encouraging, huh? Unified partnership and love, meeting of the minds. She has an Etsy shop as well, so hopefully you can check her out and show her some love and support. All right, Taurus, also, I intend for this to be a romantic love read, but it might resonate in other parts of your life. Taurus, Harsh Truth. Let's do this, Taurus. All right, Taurus. Queen of Wands, so that could be Aries. Death, the Emperor. This could be Scorpio, this could be Aries. Could be male or female as well. Four of Swords, Ten of Swords, ouch. Hanged Man, Knight of Swords. Okay, lots of swords here. Oof. All right, what are we working with here? So you want this ending, obviously. You want things to be cut off and just... All right, what's this Death card about? There's an ending here. Okay, what's this Death card about? Two of Wands. Oopsie. This Emperor about? It could be Pisces or Cancerian. This could be Aquarius. What's this Emperor about? Aquarius. What's this Emperor about? Three of Pentacles. What's this Four of Swords about? Ace of Pentacles. What's this Ten of Swords? This Ten of Swords. Page of Cups. Hanged Man. Hanged Man. I think you see this as more, whatever's happened, this is more of a definitive ending for you than it is for them. I think that they're wanting time apart to feel, to work on a few things, to kind of think about a few things, to process a few things. I don't think they're ready for an ending though yet. I don't think they want this ending yet. And yet, I feel like you're pretty resolute. You're okay with things being definitively over, to the point where this is a moot point. You're already looking at your other options, and I feel like they're wanting more time to kind of think about things. And this isn't over. It is for now, but they look at this as kind of a transition or as a rite of passage rather than being over. And I think they planned, or they want to come back to the table and discuss things. I don't feel like you do. Taurus, I think you're done. I thought cat was coming. What's this Knight of Swords? What's this Knight of Swords about? The Hanged Man. Look at that. We got the Hanged Man here again. What's for Taurus? What's this for Taurus? Okay. All right. So this, it feels like you are really just you're wanting to move on. You're really wanting this to be over. You're really wanting to just concentrate on yourself right now. What are your choices for the future? Where's your secure new beginning? Which direction should I go in? This is you exploring options and making life happen for yourself, and really wanting to get out there almost after a period of kind of being tied down, held, not literally, but just feeling held back and feeling like you've been sad and lonely and just not yourself. This is like a reinvigoration of spirit and really wanting to get back out there and be among everything. It could also be that you're thinking about your person, which could be an Aries, male or female. But for you, you've already kind of gone enough through this process of ending where it's just over, there's no going back, and you're wanting to start new, start fresh. And I feel like with your person, they just kind of feel like it's more of a rite of passage, and they're not ready for things to be over, to the point where they might unexpectedly come back in and want to discuss things with you and to want to know why and to challenge it being over. And for you, it just feels like there might be too many issues of specifically of not trusting, and too much has happened. Where's this Nine of Wands here? Too much has happened for you to feel like, you know what, I just don't feel like I could trust you again. I feel like there's too much that I don't know about you that I'm finding out now, or I feel like you kept too much from me. I feel like you hid things. I don't think I can trust you. I also don't know what the future holds for us, and there's too many unknowns and too much uncertainty for the future. So you could be dealing with an Aquarius, a Pisces, a Cancer, an Aries. Yeah, boy, that Hangman twice. Whew. But this feels like somebody that's not going to want it to be over. They just want this to be time apart, but they don't want it to be over. They want to use this time to kind of sort things out and figure things out. But they do eventually want to meet back up with you and discuss things. I was going to say reconvene. How business-like does that sound, right? But it's not over for them. It is for you, but it's not over for them. What else for Taurus? It needs to be, though. You just don't trust them. There's just too much. You don't trust them. Too much water under the bridge. I mean, no. I mean, we got the Four of Swords here. You might surprise yourself and be like, okay, it's not really over. But it is. It's over for you. Again, though, this is just a dormant stage right now. Whereas you might be using it to plan a new beginning. They feel like it's just this in between, like a break to figure things out. Whereas you're already halfway out the door and on to the next thing and looking at options. And you're starting to refocus on you and your feelings and what you want, and getting back out there and enjoying life and wanting to go here and do this and see that and do all the things. All right, what else for Taurus? Seven of Pentacles. Well, shut your mouth. You might find yourself reconsidering. I don't think so, though. I mean, we do have the Page of Cups here, so this could be renewed interest. But even still, this could be renewed interest after an ending. I feel like it's over, though. I mean, we got the Death and the Ten of Swords here and the Hangman. I feel like this is just, it's over. You're transitioning without even realizing it. You're just like, oh, it's over, but we got transformation and transition here. Perhaps it'll be in hindsight that you're like, oh, you know what, maybe it's like you meet up and discuss things, and then in hindsight you realize, whoa, I was done a while ago. Okay, there's no going forward. I think that this is, I don't know, there might be some further discussion, in negotiation, but I don't feel like it's going to go anywhere. I feel like if you're not already resolute, it's after this talk or this discussion, especially after they kind of unexpectedly send a message or just show up to discuss things, that, you know what, I'm not over this, I'm still not over this, that you're just like, I think so much has happened that I just don't trust you anymore. I don't feel solid about this, and nothing's ever going to make me feel sure of this. I'm sorry. All right. What else for Taurus? A lot of murkiness, and that doesn't suit you. I think you don't do well with things being, without trust or stability, somebody that's consistent and you can rely upon, because you offer that. So I think that's like a non-starter for you. Like, oh, no, you don't have to tell me twice. What else for Taurus? Choices. Being at the crossroads. Queen of Pentacles. Deciding what is best for your security, wanting stability and thriving with that, and that's the deal breaker. Have to have consistency, reliability, dependability, and a practical approach to things. Non-dramatic, emotional, whatnot. Let's get down to brass tacks and take care of business, because when the chips are down, if you two are both prioritizing what's practical and pragmatic and leads to stability, you're not going to let drama play a part into tearing things down. And I mean, that pragmatic approach is going to mitigate a lot of drama and, flying off the handle. And this right here, this is no. So this could be you being pretty resolute about things being over, and then you meet up again to discuss or whatnot. But I just feel like it's, both of these are about being at the crossroads and deciding if you want to reinvest a second chance. They do, you will not. I think this is about you going, you know what, I started down this other road and I think it looks pretty good and I want to take a chance on that. And even if it doesn't, I will land on my feet. I will figure it out. You don't have to worry about me. That's the Queen of Pentacles. So this is having that secure, pragmatic approach for security and stability above all else. And if they're not going to make you important, you are going to make yourself important. So that's, yeah. Maybe you're even showing up to talk about things out of courtesy or out of loyalty for the past, and maybe you're like, well, maybe, but it just seems like it falls flat and you'd rather keep going in the direction that you kind of started on right here with the Two of Wands. Just saying. All right. What else for Taurus? What else for Taurus? Three of Swords reversed and the Knight of Cups reversed. So kind of doubling down on what I said. This is it's like you're kind of beyond the whole drama of it. You're past the pain and you've got that optimistic spirit now where like, what are my options? What are choices? Oh, I'm coming back alive again. You know, I want to be out there. I want to do the things. I want to go see the things. And this is about not considering or not taking someone up on an offer after all. So after, you know, maybe you meet up and talk, maybe they show up unexpectedly or reach out unexpectedly after this long period of not talking. And, you know, you think about it, you weigh the options and you're like, you know what, I think I'm just going to kind of invest in myself, Queen of Pentacles, Page of Cups, and take care of me and own and keep going the way I've been going. So there you go. Also beware, because this Knight of Swords and this Knight of Cups, that's both of that right there is about kind of taking a really bold, could be irrational approach to things, like maybe an overly emotional approach to things. Somebody that's kind of Knight of Cups reversed sometimes is about somebody who's really jealous or emotionally hot and cold, like really moody and can be emotionally manipulative. So it might be that, you know, simply that you're past the pain of it all and you've got it in perspective and you're not going to take somebody up on a reconciliatory offer. But it also could be that somebody is not handling it well and is whereas you have moved on and you're quite optimistic and past the emotions of it, they are not. And they're quite emotional. Their emotions aren't balanced. They're not looking at things in a balanced or rational way. And they might be kind of erratic and unpredictable with this Knight of Swords and the Knight of Cups reversed. Just saying. Just be careful, okay? You know your situation best. This is, you know, of course, your life, your call. But putting that out there. Okay, Taurus. I hope this was helpful. And you keep on keeping on. I hope you feel encouraged, and I hope to see you in the next reading. You take care.